Well, we'll start. I guess I'm Paul, and this is Kelly, and we're Life of a Server app. We have an app that's specifically for people who work in the restaurant industry, and we have an amazing community, and we're awesomely happy to be here. So
it's a pleasure. Welcome, welcome. Drew, you're up next.
Me next, Drew Talbert. I just make videos about my time as a server, which is like 23 years doing that, and so I just make videos that are hopefully relatable to people who have worked in the restaurant business. But I think people that have eaten there too, which is that covers everybody.
Oh yeah.
But I do it on TikTok and Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And we have a Twitch show now, a little live show.
Yeah. Oh, that's
very
awesome.
Nice. Impressive.
And I think your wife directs it, doesn't she?
So we do it on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Pacific time.
Okay.
If you ever want to go on Twitch and watch, it's really cool. We're starting to create a little growing family over there. People all getting to know each other and get excited about seeing each other every week. And it's a mix of live and pre-made video transitions when I change into characters and answer Q&A as characters, and my wife is the co-host.
Nice.
And we've created a fake little restaurant here with that's the host stand.
That is amazing.
And yeah, she designed it and we built it, and I stole from my old restaurant, the booth. So yeah.
Booth 30, I think you said earlier.
What?
I think you said it was booth 30 earlier.
Oh yeah, it was table 30, and it was like the primo booth. It was like everybody wanted to sit at table 30 or 31. Those were the booths.
Well, now it's only you.
Yeah.
Only my asshole sits on this booth now.
every single restaurant has that spot that everybody
right. Yeah. Everybody, you see them over here, and they're like, "Can we sit there?"
Yeah.
That was this one.
How many people sat at it when it was dirty, though, is the real question.
Okay. Right. Not a lot, because Andrea, my wife, she was a server too, but she was kind of the queen host. She ran things, and you didn't get past her too often.
I bet you she could write a book on her techniques and tactics as well.
Yeah. But yeah, she was amazing to watch. She ran things, that's for sure.
That's funny. All right, ladies, you're up.
I'm Allison.
I'm Alexis.
And we run HospitaliTEA. We're a service industry based podcast. We're going to be releasing episode 38,
something like that. Yeah.
I think on Friday. Yeah. So
yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
It's been a ride.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because it's anything hospitality. It's some hotels, a lot of restaurants, some bar, fucking everything.
I think though that our last episode, and I say this every time, but I think our last one's the one I'm most proud of.
The last one was really good.
Yeah, I was really proud of that one.
Yeah. We did a pride special, being queer in hospitality, because both of us are sitting on a rainbow couch, for God's sakes. Yeah, no, it's been this is honestly, it's like therapy.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Fantastic.
That's awesome. Well, I'm Michelle. I run the page Waiting on Stupid, and I'm working on a talk show as the table turns. And apparently, my editing skills need a little bit to be desired. But no, I'd like to have a talk show at some point. I just have to figure out the shtick, my parameters. I'm trying to figure it out. But I'm doing interviews and stuff, so I've had a lot of fun meeting some cool people, and I got to interview Alex last week, so it was one of my favorite interviews so far. So
thank you. It was a really good one. It was pretty solid.
Yeah, it was intense, but it was good,
Yeah, we had a lot of deep thoughts to share.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right, who wants to talk about? One of my followers wants to know how people feel about how comfortable everyone feels with restrictions lifting. What are your restrictions at right now?
Well, Drew, how's the coffee that I made for you? Is it good?
It's gone, man.
Is it that? Mine's almost gone now, so it's pretty good, eh?
It's pretty good.
I snuck a little extra in there for you, right?
How much Bailey's was in the coffee?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Little brandy too.
None
Wasn't
in
Jamie?
mine. I stopped drinking 6 years ago.
Good for you.
Nice.
Good.
So I had all the Baileys in a different. I crammed it all in one period of my life.
Good for you. That's awesome. That's hard to do in this industry too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, for me, it was other substances, and drinking was like, I just had to stop that too because it was.
Sure.
Yeah.
The gateway.
For me, yeah. The gate was often loose and ajar, especially with the shift drinks.
Oh God,
I
right?
worked at a place, it was like 42 beers on tap, craft beers, and cocktails, and it was like you got a free one every shift, so.
Yeah.
And I kept working there for years after I got clean, so. I
Nice.
was able to, and I went to my owner, I was like, hey, there's been like 3 years, I did the math of 5 shifts a week, 3 years. This is how much each drink would have cost. I feel like maybe if you want to write me a check or whatever,
Even for half
thousands
the
of
cost.
dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
It
I
is
used
an
to-
iPad.
I used to be in a place that we were able to do, we could do shots while we were working, but we couldn't have full drinks. So we'd have family meetings, and I never drank Jameson until I worked there. And then it was, if you didn't get sent home a shift for being too drunk there, did you even work there? It was, I'm not even kidding you. And it was funny, I went to a different place after that where employees couldn't drink, and and people were bitching about like, what, we can't drink. And I was like, this is so refreshing. People know what's going on.
People are aware and not forgetting everything. What's
know.
happening here?
It's wild.
Management's actually in charge. What is this world? So what are you guys' restrictions at as far as reopening?
Good question.
So at my place, our tables aren't distanced as much any longer. We're really letting go of that. This weekend we stopped wearing masks because from going from inside to the patio and inside to the patio, it's been like steadily 90 degrees here. And we're like, if I have to breathe through this sweaty rag for another moment, I'm going to scream. So we're like, all 4 of us in years, like, we're done. So we've stopped doing masks. We've stopped enforcing masks. But also the part of town I live in and the kind of clientele we have, I trust that most of them either are vaccinated or are still being safe. So
sure.
Yeah, I work in a hotel here. And we're still wearing masks because we're, a corporate hotel. Well, I mean, whatever. We have a corporate name on our hotel, who says that we still have to wear masks, but like, it's kind of, hit or miss whether that actually even happens, but we're not enforcing the mask policy anymore. Like I don't think there are really any laws or any regulations or anything that are actually in effect here anymore.
No, I think our governor reset us basically.
Yeah. I think we're back to nothing.
Yeah.
Well,
But
It was like
kind of weird.
provisional nothing, but it's still nothing.
Yeah.
what are you guys at? I know Paul and Kelly, you're still.
Yeah, well, we're working our way back. We've, been, most people are starting to get their first shot of vaccine now, and they're kind of just gradually getting back into it, opening it up. So we're looking forward to it being a summer. Hopefully by the end of the summer, everything is fully open here as well. So
Nice.
And, we're just seeing things.
We're open for takeout only right now.
Yeah. But soon we're going to open up. So
Yeah.
That's
Very
a
soon.
rough place to be.
Yeah.
LA's 1 week away from fully open.
Okay.
With all the restrictions, the 15th of June.
Nice.
I haven't served since the pandemic started, but I teach as well. So I know the theater, it's an improv and comedy theater in LA. And I teach online, but I know they're going to start opening up for the first time since it started doing shows. But their policy, it's like 100-seat theater, it's going to be full, but the performers and any audience member has to show vaccination
Oh wow! So you guys
to go in to see the show.
Okay. Wow.
And any student that takes the class and all the teachers have to be vaccinated.
Wow. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
We're at 100% now, and we just Minnesota lifted the masks a couple weeks ago, and St. Paul did probably last week. So it's a different world to be back working without a face covering for sure. And we're at 100 degrees for a week. I'm like, I'm working 6 days straight on the patio, and I'm so glad I don't have to have a face covering now.
It's awful.
Ryan. Well, I've had people complain like, "Oh, my beer's too warm." Yeah, I bet I'm fucking warm. It's 100 degrees. Like, I don't want to keep it cold right now.
Yeah.
How hot is it on your patio? I don't know. How hot is it right now?
Yeah. That's the best.
I just love that. You walked inside from outside to ask me what the temperature is outside.
Yeah.
My favorite's the ones demand to sit on the patio, but just like it's going to rain in 10 minutes. And of course it rains. And then they demand that other seat. Drew, your seat, you got to move out because, you know, it's raining outside. So sorry, someone needs that booth right now. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the people that are sitting under the umbrellas that are like, no, I'm fine as the server's drenched. Like, no, I'm done serving out here.
Yeah, right. Oh, no, it's okay. Oh, good. I'm happy.
I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah. Don't mind me.
Enjoy your wet, soggy food.
Right.
So what's the craziest thing that you guys have had to deal with during the pandemic or even reopening, I guess?
For us, we're waiting. Well, ours has been so confusing in Canada. We're outside of Toronto, and it's been open, kind of closed, open, closed, open. So you see, it's kind of funny. We live right by a huge it's a kind of a historical mill with a restaurant and hotel. And the Cisco, okay, so we open patio only. We see the huge Cisco truck drive by. Hey, great, awesome. They're delivering food. And a week later, we're closed, and the Cisco truck's coming back and driving the other way to take the food away. And it's like, oh God. But and it's been crazy with hiring too, because on Indeed it'll be like, we're hiring, urgent, and then
crickets chirping. No,
they're not yet.
Sorry.
And it's
We thought we were. Psych.
So good.
So, but we are, everything's, parks are opening, so we're slowly in restaurants, you know.
Nice.
Kind of last for opening, but we're getting there. So we've heard that this Friday some patios can open.
Nice.
And I like that they give you like 3 days notice to hire all your staff back and order food today.
We found out today. Today we found out that this Friday we can open patios up to 4 people at a table.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
That's something.
I thought you said earlier we talked about this. You meant 4 people on the patio total.
That'd be amazing.
I was like, wow.
Like,
That's grim.
That's really grim. Wow.
Could you please pass the salt?
Slingshots work great though.
Yeah.
I know for sure though that it'll be the mask until you get to your table kind of thing, and then if you have to go to the washroom or go somewhere, you have to wear a mask. It'll be that way for a while. I think a long time here. But we get warm summers, but not. Ours are a little easier than.
We're just getting started.
Yeah.
Ugh.
2 weeks ago, we literally had 3 seasons in one weekend. It was like 40 degrees and 70, then 100. It's like, okay.
It snowed like what, 2 weeks ago?
Something like that.
Yeah. Like snow, like actual people should be careful driving snow. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We had it too.
Yeah, I think northern Minnesota it definitely snowed a little bit too, but it was like in the 40s. I'm like, okay. And then 2 days later it was 100 degrees. So
I think the worst thing that I've had to deal with is so our restaurant is near a bar that really does not give a shit about liquor licensing at all and let anybody drink until like they can't anymore.
oh, fun.
So we hear about stings all the time because people call the board about this bar. And so we are always hyper vigilant about carding people.
Sure.
And if your ID is expired, I can't serve you. And I realize that no one can get a DMV appointment right now. And I know that it sucks. And I hate saying no to people because that's the literal opposite of my job. But I still have to tell them like, I can't. And they're like, why not? I'm like, you really want to get mad at someone? Blame this bar down the street that you're going to go leave here and go drink at now because they're not going to card you.
Right.
You should just tell them that and send them.
I do.
Like, you know,
I tell them that. I'm like,
go.
listen, they'll serve you. Enjoy.
Yeah.
We just sent people to Wisconsin.
There you go.
Kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
I think the only thing in hotels that has been like really hard to deal with, I mean, for at least for me in the pandemic, when like right when everything hit, I've been working overnights for like the last 2.5 years. So when the pandemic hit and they decided to stay open, I was the only person that they needed. And so it was me and a bunch of managers, and you know damn well that not a manager did a single goddamn dish in the entire like 6 months. That was like
dirty.
I guess it was 3 months that it was just us, or 4 months that was just us, and then like we started hiring back like one person, then another. Like, okay, great, someone else can clean the kitchen now.
Right.
This is not my job anymore.
Yeah, that's crazy. How about you, Drew?
I mean, I haven't been serving, but my wife runs the social media for the restaurant that we met at. I met my wife at a restaurant, this one. And Boneyard Bistro, it's a barbecue joint in LA. So so we're still intertwined, and the owner's cool, and he's the chef, and he lets me use photos from a restaurant for my videos and stuff, because I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I kind of keep tabs for the business through there, because it's still my work family in a way, and she's still there taking pictures of the specials and stuff. So I've just kind of watched their struggles. It's more of staffing issues right now, you know, and they've kind of rehired an entire new staff, and it's just like trying to get them up to speed and then rolling with the punches of the business is so wildly fluctuating now, like because of restriction will lift and they'll get hit, and they just put on these new servers, and it's just kind of like it's really erratic, you know. It was so you just got used to, before all this happened, kind of, you know, hire this one person, ease them in, and you know, the business was pretty predictable, and it's just been everything but predictable now from what I can tell.
For sure. Well, I feel like for us, we went through the same thing, not so much recently, but we would open then close, and then we'd add new restrictions, take them away, and it was like I can't even keep up. I stopped even paying attention, because who knows what it's going to be in a week, you know. I feel like I have whiplash from trying to pay attention to everything.
That's definitely us. But you know what, to be honest, I can't wait. I need the action. I need the unknown. I need the, oh well, okay, I got stiffed, I didn't make much today, but tomorrow I need the action. I can't wait.
I miss it.
Well, I hope the people near you are much nicer than the people near us. That's all I have to say.
Everyone's grumpy here.
You get it.
Like,
you get it.
Everyone's frustrated here, grumpy ass. Like,
people are people.
We have everything. Protests. We have business owners just angry. But everybody's just pumped to go back and get back. So. I can't wait.
And I'm a bartender, and like there's no bars at all.
Yeah.
Hey Drew, be like, there's one seat at the bar. You know, it'd be 30 feet long. That's all. There's no. So that kind of position's kind of still on hold for a little bit, but it's going to come back eventually.
So my front desk at my hotel is at the bar, so I'm also a bartender while I'm front desking. But because of COVID, we probably had like 40 chairs around our bar. We got down to 8 because we had to space them. I was like, this is depressing.
Oh man, I want to do that video of, you know, you try to hit on the person next to you at the bar, but they're like 2 meters down or whatever. So trying all those pickup lines from like
shouting it across. Hey.
Can you do it? Can you use a megaphone? Because I feel like
I said, what are you having? Yeah, exactly.
You have to tap on the bar to get their attention. The customer. The That's funny.
That's awesome.
I love it. Your videos are amazing, Drew.
They're so funny.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
On point. They're so good. They make my day.
And shout out to my wife who helps me write those too, Andrea.
Both of you.
I do
You can
remember.
tell she is true and true, but in the restaurant, but she's a lifer and she's so on point. Like she gets it. Like,
Yeah.
and I think it's pretty universal in restaurants, like anywhere you go. Like
More than I realized. I didn't know till I started doing this. I'll get messages from, I've gotten one from, a guy who serves in Egypt and, definitely new, UK, France, but all over the world, people are like, oh, it's the same here. And I'm like, really? I didn't realize. Honestly, I didn't realize.
That's funny.
People can't read anywhere.
No.
We were just talking about that at work today. Like, what do you have? We have this menu that you're holding in your hand.
Oh,
Read
God. I literally had someone ask me the other day, they're like, so what's better, the margarita or the mojito? I'm like, well, do you like tequila? No, then don't get the margarita. Why are we having this discussion? Why are y'all like this?
But the trick, Allison, is like you have to say that in a way that sounds like, you know what I mean? Like you want to say it like you fucking idiot, but you have to be like, well, let me ask you, do you like tequila? No, oh, okay, you know what? You should probably get the mojito.
Right.
You just say it like,
that sounds like a good option for you.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about like sounding nice, but like in the moment when I get asked like a dumb question that I don't know how to answer because it feels so simplistic that I feel like I need to cry, like my face does like this hard reboot thing where like I don't know the words to say and none of them are good, so like I just run through all of them and it's basically like my program just shut down and I'm like, oh no, they're staring at me. Well, what I would do instead is, but
I need to go on a stupid question tangent just for a second.
Yeah.
Because I had a guest call me and I'm at the hotel, I'm at the front desk at the bar. And they call me and they're like, how do I get into the hotel? I'd suggest through the front door. I don't know. What are you trying to figure out?
What about this?
Where are you? How do
I'm in my room. I want to take a shower. How?
So walk towards the toilet room.
Yes. There's a handle on the wall.
There's pee in the toilet. What do I do?
Oh my God. Yeah. You'd be
y'all are
fucking
beyond.
amazed.
I would not. I would just cry.
Some days I don't know how these people drive their cars. Like, you shouldn't be on the road going to a restaurant. This is dangerous, I think.
I'm
I've
impressed
had
their
that.
pants are up.
Yeah, I've had that thought. Like, how did you get here? Or how? Like, this person is in their mid 50s. How did they get through this much life? I don't understand it. I just picture them as like the game of Frogger, and they've made it so far, and it's amazing to me. Like, how did you not? How?
The van should have squashed you like
Right.
a while ago.
I think they're protected by enablers.
Yes.
They have to be. How do you guys tie your shoes? I don't even know. This is tough.
I mean,
Look down, it's just the elastic string things.
Velcro.
you're wearing Toms. I see what this is.
Well, if we start opening, we're opening right for Bachelorette season.
Oh,
And
perfect.
we get it hard, like hard.
No, I'm scared for you.
Probably during a Saturday rush, maybe 3 tables at least all at once. So one server will have one, we'll have one. And it's wild. They'll order like 1 to 2 bottles of champagne for 12 of them. So you stand there and go, okay, I can do that. And you're just,
It's math. It's math. You gotta know what you're doing.
It's-
you gotta go with the flow, because you screw up the first one, you're fucked by the time you get to glass number 12.
Yeah, that's right.
2 bottles, right? So.
Oh my God. I worked at a place that was really high end once. It was in Nashville, actually. And the place had an incredible wine list with, thousands of dollars, some of these wines. And there was a really expensive bottle of wine that this family of like 10 people wanted to all try. And I was like trying to I'm like getting closer because the host, the one who's paying for it, is like the last.
Yeah.
And you're like getting closer and you're like, it's a dark bottle. Like,
Yeah.
And I got to the end and I still had enough. And I was like, thank God, my heart was ready. It felt like a thriller movie. I was just like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I heard the music just building,
Oh, with the champagne, and we get it so much. And it's just, you try it. I've gotten to the point almost where I go, you might want to order one more. Oh, no.
Oh,
We'll take
yeah.
it here to start. Bring it on. And then the modifications. Oh,
Oh no.
Modifications, and I'll take a sweet drink that's the color pink or some shit like that.
well,
I
the food. I have to pre-apologize to the kitchen, like run back to the kitchen and say, oh my God, guys, I'm so sorry for this order. I'm getting ready. Forgive me, I might have pine after work. Here it comes. That's my nightmare.
That's your future, it sounds like.
And they woo. They're the woo girls too.
Excellent,
Oh, no.
Michelle.
The
Give me a
three,
high five.
the three bachelorette tables compete with each other for being the woo girls too, the loudest. they
Yeah.
can be with their penis like straws and all that. It's
Yeah.
I
unbelievable.
forgot about Woo
Kiara's-
Girls.
The Woo
How did you
Girls.
forget?
Yeah.
Yeah. In like the time of like having no one in my
Yeah.
hotel bar, I was like, oh wow, it's awfully peaceful. And then once people started showing back up, whoop, like, oh, there it
Oh,
is.
no.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. God damn.
The maiden call.
I didn't miss that at all.
Right?
The problem is when you get two competing woo tables,
Uh-huh.
they don't even realize they're competing, but
But they
because
are.
they need they subconsciously are hearing a noise that they need to get louder than. So it just becomes this,
A
Yeah.
dueling woo.
yeah. And it just,
Yeah,
Then there's the Debbie down there. The Debbie Downer, the one chick at the tail's not happy. And then
Yeah, right.
she becomes like the cackling Karen. Cackles.
Mm.
Well, she
The
always
other one at the other table. Oh, we just stand at the POS station. I'm like, my Karen's cackling louder than yours. Listen to it. You can hear it way back here. And then the other server's like, no, mine's louder. Mine's louder.
Okay. I gotta admit, my one pet peeve is fucking strollers. Get those
Oh my
things out of my way.
Oh, no.
I'm tossing this thing across the restaurant. How dare you? If I park my car in your house, I don't drive in your living room. Like, really?
You need stroller parking like Disneyland.
Yeah. Teach your kid to walk or get the fuck out of here.
Oh, the
Teacher
stroller
kid.
hell. Stroller hell.
Yeah,
But I can't wait.
God, I can't wait to
Youth.
break my ankle on a stroller.
I
Yeah.
know. Times.
the strollers are at least still, to me, it's the parents that let their kids just run wild through.
Yeah.
That's a real hazard.
We do have
Mhm.
one solution to that. So our patio has sidewalk near it. So I just give the kids chalk and be like, here, enjoy.
Ah,
Nice.
ah.
I was thinking
You've
spike
seen-
strips, but
If it's terrible, I still
I went
sprinkler
there.
to it.
Sorry, no, they're running.
You've seen those high chairs though,
That'll
right?
slow 'em
Oh
down.
no.
Oh, those high chairs.
Oh, you guys are funny. What else do you guys want to talk about? We got a few more minutes before we probably should wrap this up since we got a late start.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, we're happy about you guys in the States and how well you guys have just taken on coming back and owning it. And we were just talking about
And
it
it's
before the
crazy
meeting.
that the hiring industry's gotten crazy, and it's like all these newbies entering the restaurant industry.
No,
and
but
it's
also
just-
the
Lord
movement
help us
of
all.
pay
Goodness, so-
higher,
Yeah.
Right.
and hopefully this can be the change. I'm excited because it's always been about, I rarely have had a paycheck that I write down my hours.
Yeah.
I total it up like an old lady. It's never the amount. My paycheck never matches ever. You say something. If you say something, oh well, you got to go call the accountant, and then you get a shitty shift or a shitty schedule next week. Shitty section, So I'm hoping that I'm all for these like posts about, we got to get shit normal,
Yeah.
normalizing the respect for the employees.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's been one of the best things I've seen in this.
I
Is
agree.
that I mean, a lot of people are like, well, no one wants to work. Like, no one wants to work your shitty schedule and your shitty hours.
Yeah.
And either you will change the structure in which you hire and employ people, or you won't have people.
Right. When
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of people saying, how everyone's so lazy and no one wants to go back to work. I don't think that's sure. Those people do exist for sure, but there's a lot of other factors. Like these people have never had any time off or like a mental health day or anything like that, and we have the shift of power is to the employees now, and I feel like we deserve it.
And it's long overdue.
I mean,
how many times have you actually felt like shit and you're like, I can't even, like you're too nervous to text your boss. And I always get some kind of snippy responses.
Oh yeah.
Or they just say get it covered, and then of course
no, I just come in and work sick and spread my disease to everybody I serve and work with.
Shit needs to change, you know what I'm saying? And I think this is a good time, and I think everybody's tiptoeing, like we definitely are, and everybody's tiptoeing around it, but I really do think that this could change things in the long run.
It's definitely giving us the power that we finally deserve to, stand up to the shitty employers that, find someone to cover your shift. I don't care. Like you broke your arm, you're in the hospital, whatever. I literally had an owner one time that we had a shift meeting before the Super Bowl that was in Minneapolis. And he's like, the only time you should miss work is if you're in the hospital or if you're dead. If you're throwing up or have diarrhea, you can still come in and answer phones and do to-goes. I was like,
ew.
I've heard that.
I'm not even kidding. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. And like the manager and other people were like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm like, in what fucking world does this make sense? Well, that restaurant probably shut down like 6 months later. So I was like, you deserve to be shut down.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you say. Pink eye, like there are so many things. We all know, like we got a list of excuses.
I feel like I'd have to vomit in protest, like right here.
Right.
This is where it lands. Your problem.
I had food poisoning once. I went to work because she didn't like. I got the snippy text, so I went. All right, I'm coming. I was running to the bathroom, puking like every 5 minutes, but it didn't matter.
No, of course not.
She
Why
didn't
would
care. I finally just said, you know what? Like I'm leaving.
Yeah.
But anyways, and then you get the shitty shifts for the week and all that section. But anyways, hopefully this is all just gonna be, coming to where we all realize this,
we see it. The restaurant industry is going to change. It's had to adapt. It always will adapt. Doesn't matter. It's not going anywhere.
Mhm.
We all know that it's not going anywhere. So, and it's hopefully, that's what we kind of love is the size of our community that we have and people on like our Facebook and our app. It's just we have such a voice now, and it's kind of empowering for people that work in the restaurant industry.
Yes.
Totally.
And I think the better restaurants are going to listen and adapt again, and things will get better for all of us. So, because restaurants aren't going anywhere, they're definitely not going anywhere. So
we've proven to people exactly how much they need us.
Yeah, they do.
Whether they like it or not, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's a great thing.
Yeah,
I agree. Who would have thought a year ago I probably wouldn't have said that, but yeah, I definitely agree,
Absolutely. Well, it's been awesome chatting with all of you.
Yeah, you guys as well.
Yeah,
do you guys have anything that you want to add, like about your projects you're working on or anything to end it?
Well, we have lots of things that we're doing right now. We can't really reveal too much. We're working on the app. We're going to be doing some updates on it in the not too distant future.
We have a couple really neat things.
A couple of really cool, fun surprises that we're working on.
We do, and they're funny. And actually, Michelle and ourselves are working on something as well that seems exciting.
Yes.
We will soon reveal
in the not too distant future. So, yeah.
Very cool.
How about yourselves, Drew? HospitaliTEA?
And just what I've already mentioned, I think, do the live show on Wednesdays, and otherwise just putting out content, whatever.
It's greatness.
Killing it with content. Like it's like I'm on YouTube and you come up as my daily recommended watch every day. It's just like I have to. It's just, and it's always puts a smile on my face. Always.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Excellent.
And
We're still cranking out content. We're weekly episodes come out on Friday. We're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. All pretty much everywhere. But like those are our main places. And yeah, it's check us out on social media. We're trying to build all this shit. So at Pod HospitaliTEA.
Nice.
Love that name.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just working on some stuff with Paul and Kelly, and then working on some of my own products, and working on my third comic book. So I feel like that's taking. I had a month of May where I was pretty depressed and couldn't work on anything. I felt like, so I'm really behind on projects, unfortunately, but catching up slowly. So ton of fun chatting with you guys. There goes Paul.
Yeah, you too.
The Irish goodbye.
Right.